seeing as I'm now going on time of day, 4 o'clock means there's only 8 hours to go. Only 8. You would have to be completely mad to ride for 24 hours on a turbo trainer. When I first got Zwift, I was well and truly hooked. I was on it every day. Even then though, I was not addicted to it enough to enjoy more than 2 hours. So when Tom Adby went and did 100 miles on Zwift, I said he was crazy, and I also said, quote, "I don't think I could ever do 100 miles on a turbo. I would die of boredom." I don't know quite what happened in my brain, because after watching GCN's 24-hour video, I could not believe what James had done. I think this comment sums it up quite nicely. Naturally though, as my boredom level increased in lockdown, I was running out of things to do, and this video kept popping up in my YouTube recommended. So, why not? I knew that if I was going to do it, it would have to be sometime in half term, which gave me 2 weeks to plan and tell people about it. I drafted the plan, told the coaches about the idea, which probably surprised them a little bit.
That's interesting.
Fortunately, Rob is no stranger to long rides, so he knows what he's talking about, with the 9-day Joburg to Sea mountain bike race, numerous sporties, and the 16-hour Tour de Mont Blanc under his belt. So, with some of Rob and Sue's input, the plan was altered slightly, but apart from that, I was ready. All I had to do was just do it. Just over 15 minutes to go. Got all the food, lots of it, lots of drinks, films, that's all sorted. Have had one problem though. All of the Lucozades, well not all of the ones I made flat overnight, apparently didn't go flat. So 2 of them exploded in there. So I'm now panicking, trying to get them to go flat before the rest explode. See, I haven't opened them yet, and I hope they don't go boom like the other 2. 10 minutes to go. Small crisis averted, but I think we're ready. Right, I'll make that 12. Let's go! Come on! One hour! 2.5 hours in. Lunchtime. Three hours. So far, so good. Got the dog in here as well. Longest ride, time-wise. New milestone there. 100 kilometers.
Ready now, I ain't gonna fall back down now. Alright, I'm take it on me, baby. Alright, I ever ask, you gonna be my lover tonight. Take you away,
Dinner, yay! Just ticked past 6 hours. First break done. Only 18 more. 10 hours of riding. 10 hours of riding. It's dark and it's still not halfway. Oh dear. It's 2 hours till halfway and then another 12 hours. I've gone mad.
Alright, I'm ready now, I ain't gonna stop right now. Alright, take it on me, ooh, baby. Alright, I never asked, do you wanna see my fire? Tonight, take it with me, ooh, baby. If I left, then it made no sense.
10 hours in, list of things that hurt. Number 1, not my legs, because like 80 watts-ish isn't hard. But my hands, like I've had to sort of wrap the bars with 2 layers of towel because the obviously bars are metal and that hurts. The elephant in the room, the arse. There's only so much chamois cream can do. It hurts. "200 kilometers. Let's go." There it is, midnight o'clock. Just ticked over 12 hours of riding time, which technically makes me over halfway. Well, I am over halfway because I've made a couple of stops that weren't planned and I've taken up my time. Rather than go for 24 hours riding time, I'm just going to make it 24 hours on the clock, so 12 till 12, because otherwise I'd be finishing it. If I went for 24 hours riding time, I'd be at 24 hours. I'd end at like 1. Welcome to Midnight Maintenance with me, Charlie Tompkins. Today we're going to be changing a cassette. Firstly, you want to take out the skewer.
A few moments later.
So the skewer has been removed. Now you need some tool. These are what you will require: a lock ring tool thingy and a chain whip. So first, oh dear. So the chain whip wraps around probably one of the bigger ones. I think it's the biggest one, biggest cog, like that. And the lock ring tool sits in the grooves in there. See, this is really going to be a test of how awake I am. Can I use some simple tools? I mean, I am a simple tool, but let's see if we can do it. So what you're going to want to do is push that. Oh, but I don't have 3 arms. So I have no idea if you can see what I'm doing. So what you're going to do is oh yes. So that if you are going to be doing mechanics at 48 minutes past midnight, I do recommend growing a 3rd arm, especially if you're going to film it. So you're going to, once you've loosened it, like, oh yes, you can probably take that out, which I'll do now. So I don't need either tool now. I can just hand twist that, and then it should, there we go. So you can see that's loose now. See, I'm not going to take it off because I am on a bicycle, but you get the idea how to do it. And then to tighten it, I might be able to do this without messing around. Yeah, so you don't need the chain whip to tighten it because you're going with the direction, against the direction of the free hub. So that goes in there. Oh. So yeah, that twist, and then you want, it might click a couple of times, and you just want to wrench it tight There we go. And then you'll put the skewer back in at the end. So, a comprehensive guide, how to do that, a simple tool using simple tools. New Zwift updates made it very realistic. "13 hours of riding, but in actual time it's been 13 hours and 43 minutes. That's including the breaks. I can't even think straight. 250 kilometers. Starting to feel it now, and I've got lots of time to go. 4 o'clock in the morning, and you can't really see it because of the camera and the lights. It's starting to get not dark, which is good. And riding time, I've done 15 hours 14 minutes, but seeing as I'm now going on time of day, 4 o'clock means there's only 8 hours to go. Only 8. 300 kilometers. This is what it's come to. Gel stuffed sponges. I'm sat on a gel thing and a sponge. Not very nice, but you're sure. In the final few hours I didn't really film much, mainly due to tiredness, but with help from people riding with me and some video calls, the time came. 10 seconds to go.
Go on, Charlie. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Before that sprint, I jokingly said that I would do a 1000 watt sprint, but somehow I managed to do 1120 watts after 24 hours. And I set a new 5-second power PB. At the time of recording, I've currently raised £863 for the NHS charities, which is incredible. So to the people who donated, rode with me, messaged me through the night, watched the live stream, or came to cheer me on through the shed window, I could not have done it without you. Thank you.